What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Against the Spread. This is Week 13 NFL picks. Christian, let's hit him with a recap real quick.
Yes, sir.
So 49ers minus 6.5 was my lock of the week. That was plus 2 units, and then Christian also had it, so add another one of that. Pittsburgh minus 1.5. I cashed that little sweater at the beginning, but they figured it out in the second half. Offense, first time over 400 yards and
they look good.
What? How many games? Like 50 games? Something crazy.
And like I said last week, Matt Canada out of there was going to be huge. I think that offense kind of got a weight off their shoulders getting him out.
Yeah, he was terrible. Rams minus 2.5. That was a blowout, easy. Denver minus 1.5. Blowout, easy. And we added those two on Twitter, so make sure you're following the Twitter. That's why you see them on here if you just listen to this. Josh Allen over 26.5 rushing yards. Cashed that in the first half. Fields over 9.5 rushing attempts. We were sweating that a little bit into the fourth, but he got that pretty easy.
I was kind of in my bag this weekend with the props.
Yeah. Madsen over 10.5 receiving yards. Cashed that by a half a yard. And then Philadelphia minus 3 was a push. Always feel like you're in the game with them. We got kind of screwed with not having a hook there, so it is what it is. Chargers plus 3.5. Missed that. Bad beat Central there. Zay Flowers, all he had to do was get down. They won the game and didn't have to score, whatever. Detroit minus 7.5. Got not a chance there. Washington plus 13. Not a chance there. Christian lock of the week there. Loss. Jets plus 10. Not a chance there. Under 40. I mean, I thought that was going to be under easy. Ended up not hitting at the end because of some touchdowns. Saints minus 2. Derek Carr is the worst red zone quarterback in the league. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's like they get inside the red zone, they forget how to play football. And then Jacksonville, Houston over 47.5. The guy for Houston, Amendola, the kicker, the kick he missed to tie the game would have won over. So
yeah. That was unfortunate.
Oh, well.
Hey, and it boinked. It boinked around the bottom. Not even the top crossbars either, the very bottom.
And then he got cut.
Did he really?
I don't know if you saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can't make a 60-yarder in the league nowadays, you get cut pretty quick, I feel like.
It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
Honestly. But yeah, man, and shout out to the new graphic. Hey, the graphic, we got a new clean graphic coming in this week. So also got the Twitter and the Instagram up here, like Troy said earlier. Make sure you guys are following those. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those bets were all Twitter bets. Some of those cashes. So just keep following Twitter. That's where the money's at. You kind of get a little better live plays. We're big live play guys, so make sure y'all are keeping up with that. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this week, Troy. Let's go ahead and hop into the first game of the week. We got Seattle traveling to Dallas. Dallas minus 8.5 with an over/under of 47.5. I don't really have like a big lean any which way. If I was to gun to my head, I had to pick this game. I'm probably picking Seattle plus 8.5. They've been playing pretty bad lately, but I think they need to turn it around to get that playoff run going. But I'm not going to look anywhere because Cowboys like to blow out, not very good teams at home. So I'm gonna stay away from this one. Don't see any spots here for sure. You got anything on this one, Troy?
No, you're spot on, Christian. I would, if this got to 10 with Seattle, I'd probably take it at 10. With it at 9, I'm probably not going to touch it. You said it right there. Dallas likes to blow out teams at home. I think they have 4 straight games. They've won 20 plus at home or something like that. I saw earlier. So you're spot on with that. It kind of scares me here. Seattle's the play if you're going to do it.
Right.
But that's where the value is. So I just don't like it enough. Dallas has been playing really well. So yeah, nothing for me.
Yeah, Dallas looks good, man. Dak Prescott's really showed that, these past 4 weeks, Prescott has been unreal. So yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that. And then the next one we got is the Falcons traveling to the Jets. God, this is a tough game. Jets +3 over under 34. Man, I don't know where to look because you got the Falcons offense that really can't do shit, especially when Desmond Ritter's playing quarterback because he throws an interception or two every game. I mean, if you watch that last game, he was by himself trying to lose that game to the Saints. He was like, hey, how am I going to go in here and lose this game? I'm going to go ahead and throw two interceptions, and thankfully the Falcons got a pick six and kind of sealed the game up for him. But honestly, man, no way to look this one. Jets can't score points. I would honestly look to the under 34. That's probably the only way I could look on this one. You got anything on this one, Troy?
Absolutely not. But
Yeah.
Jets at home catching 3 points with that defense is tough. Not to say we definitely lean there.
Yeah, but look how bad
We're not.
Boyle looked last week.
I mean, dude, I totally agree. But
Oh,
that quarterback there has been bad the entire year.
yeah.
The defense is way too good to be an underdog against the Falcons, who, with Desmond Ritter, like, do you really think he's going to move the ball against this defense? I don't. So I could see this definitely under, and I would take the Jets with the points lean that way. Just not confident enough to take it because of the quarterback situation, like you said. So
Honestly, what I would look at is like Desmond Ritter goes out here, and I think honestly the Falcons only throw the ball maybe 6 times this game. I think they hand it off to Bijan and Tyler literally all game and just say, hey, we're gonna run it. If we lose, we lose. Like, who cares at this point? Because whoever wins the NFC South is gonna go in first round and just get mollywopped. So
yeah,
yeah, this is just an ugly game. I'd stay away from it. Let's hop into this next one. I know we're both pretty excited about this one. We got Miami traveling to Washington. This spread has moved down to 9.5, with over under 49.5. This is going to be one of my plays of the week. Washington +10. Reason being is, I mean, I had them last week. They got blown out in Dallas. They're coming back home. You got a Miami team traveling up to some cold weather. Miami teams never really play good in cold weather, especially in that dog shit of a stadium where you got poop pipes, leaking on you. So, I mean, love Washington here. This is going to be a gritty game. Washington's got to turn it around. The only thing that worries me about this game, and the only thing that was making me really kind of get hesitant on this play was this defensive line for Washington is so bad. And the blueprint to beat Tua is to get pressure on him. And I just hope that Sam Howell throws for 5 or 6 touchdowns and keeps us in this game. And honestly, I think that's what's going to happen at home because he's going to play good at home. So give me Washington +10 at the house. Miami traveling in some cold weather. Hopefully this defensive line cannot, Did you see the stat last week on the season? They've pressured the quarterback on 15% of passing plays. 15% Washington this year. Like, holy, even with those guys that they had. I know that their main guys were injured, but
right.
man,
they traded Chase Young too.
Yeah, that's terrible. But you got anything on this one, Troy?
Yeah, I'm taking Washington +10 as well. I mean, you were spot on with what you said, but it's just too many points here at home. I mean, Sam Howell's not that bad of a quarterback to be giving him 10 points. I mean, +10 at home. Like you said, Washington traveling up, colder weather. They're used to that Miami Heat. Do what?
I said, and they just got blown out.
Yeah, exactly. So coming home, I think this is a spot you got to take Washington here no matter what. Love this play.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think this one's pretty easy. I know a lot of pros are going to be on Washington probably as well because this was at 10, moved down to 9.5, so we're on the right side. We got it at 10 earlier this week. Let's go ahead and hop into this next game. We got Detroit at New Orleans. New Orleans +4.5. Over under of 46.5. You got anything on this one, Troy?
No, I would lean Detroit. I was telling you this before. Just after last week getting beat by Green Bay like that, they're just a better team than the Saints. Derek Carr looks good from the 20 to the 20. He looks like he knows what he's doing. He's a good quarterback. He gets in the red zone. It's like all the lights go off. And you saw that last week. They scored 5 field goals, and then they fumbled inside the 10 twice. I I just don't trust this team enough to beat this Lions team, and it seems they know what they're doing when they get in the red zone. It's either we're going to run the ball 2 times really hard. That doesn't work. We got Laporta, St. Brown. They know what they're doing. Give me the Lions minus 4. I'd lean that way, but no official play here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going the opposite side of this. One of my plays of the week: New Orleans plus 4.5. I think anytime you get embarrassed in a divisional game like that, and you're coming back to the house, you got the only reason I really love New Orleans in this spot is Detroit really isn't playing for a lot, and we kind of see that. I mean, they're not fighting for playoff spots or anything like that. Their division is pretty garbo, but with the Saints, I mean, they're fighting to win this division. This is a must-win spot. If they don't win this game, they can basically they have a smaller chance at winning the division after this if they lose this week. Coming back home, embarrassing loss to Atlanta. Like Troy said, they can't get it done in the red zone. They're doing everything to get into the red zone now. It's just when they get in there, they're not scoring points. I think that's something that you can get figured out at practice this week. Go ahead. We're running red zone offense all week at this practice, and we're gonna put this thing in the end zone. They had a lot
You better hope.
They just had a lot of dumb drops last week too. Like I watched that whole game, like the drops that they had, the receivers being like on different, like not even thinking they were running the same plays. Like Derek Carr and these receivers seem just a little confused. But I think they get that narrowed down this week. We're hitting that point in the season where it's make or break. So I think New Orleans still win this division, and that's coming from a Falcons fan. So I think they start with this week. I could see them winning outright, honestly. I don't think the Lions are very good. Jared Goff has looked god-awful these past 3 weeks. They just lost to the Packers, and we talk about the Packers on this channel all the time. They're horrible. So, yeah, give me New Orleans. It looks like a down Detroit team, maybe getting back into their old ways a little bit. But, yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this next game. We got the Chargers traveling to New England. New England plus 6 at home. The over-under of 40.5. Man, I will not touch a Patriots game this year, ever, for the rest of the year. Just don't know what they're going to do. But if I was to look anywhere, it would definitely be the Patriots plus 6 at home against a Chargers team that has been super disappointing this year and hasn't really done anything. Not sure why Chargers are... I don't care who's playing quarterback for the Patriots. I'm not sure why Chargers are 6-point favorites on the road. That's crazy against any team. But you got anything on this one, Troy?
No, absolutely not. I'm not backing the quarterback duo in New England ever in my life. After, the showing they put on this season, it's like Mac Jones is lost out there. He's lost all of his confidence. His rookie year he looked fine. Now it's just like he has no idea what's going on. And I think New England's ruining him. I think that he needs to go somewhere else and revamp the career. And then on the other side, the Chargers, I look at them like they can score, but how the hell are the Patriots going to score? But then I look at Brandon Staley, and on the road as a favorite in his career has not been good. So we're just staying away from this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of to hint on what you said about Mac Jones too. I honestly think him and Desmond Ridder are 2 to 3 years out from being out of this thing. I honestly don't think they're I don't think they're NFL quarterbacks. I don't see Desmond Ridder and Mac Jones are the two guys right now where I'm like, dude, these guys are. I don't care what system they're in, they're just not good. So let's go ahead and hop into this next one. We got Arizona at Pittsburgh. Arizona plus 5.5 with an over under of 41.5. You got anything on this one, Troy?
No. I'm wondering why it's at 5.5. But which kind of scares me because I would lean the Cardinals here. But with Canada gone, the offense looked a lot better last week. And what the Steelers want to do is run the ball, and the run defense for the Cardinals is terrible. So just the line I kind of want to stay away from. I could see the Steelers winning this game by more, but I could see them getting into their old ways and kicking a field goal at the end against this terrible Cardinals team. So I'm just going to stay away.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's one of my plays of the week, and it's actually not going to be what you guys think. It's going to be Arizona plus 6.5. I got this on Monday at plus 6.5. This was a no-brainer for me when I saw it because I watched the Pittsburgh game, and yes, we looked better. We looked good, but when I saw 6.5, I was like 6.5 point favorites, like against Arizona, Kyler Murray, like I don't know, man. That's a lot of points. I know that that the Steelers are at home, and usually they're very good at home with Mike Tomlin, but 6 point dogs, that's just too much. We just had a big divisional win last week. So yeah, I'm fading my team in the Steelers this week. I'm gonna take Arizona plus 6.5. I think Arizona's gonna be that team here late second half of the season. I think they're gonna be that team that covers a lot. I think we're gonna look back on their against the spread record. The last half of the season is gonna look pretty impressive. Kyler Murray looks really good. I mean, I think they finally got the right coach in this system, and they've basically put the ball in Kyler's hand and said, "Hey, do your thing." So Arizona, I like what I'm seeing from them. I definitely don't think the Steelers are 6.5 point favorites. So yeah, give me that all day. Let's hop into this next game here. We got Denver at Houston, with Houston minus 3.5. The over under of 47.5. I don't have anything on this one. Man, I really wanted to take Denver plus the 3.5. If Houston didn't lose last week's game like they did, kind of on that almost made field goal, that's definitely going to leave a bitter taste in their mouth. So I'm going to stay away from this one, but if I was to lean anywhere, definitely Denver plus 3.5. You got anything on this one, Troy?
Yeah, no, I don't have anything official. I think the value is shifted to the Broncos at the 3.5 number. When this opened up, I think it was at 2 for the Texans, and then the value in my opinion, would have been on the Texans, but at 3.5, that now shifts to the Broncos. So I'd be a heavy lean to the Broncos. Not a ton of value there, so I'm definitely staying away, but value is definitely on that side.
Right, and they've looked good the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, no, I mean it's more than that. They've won like 6 in a row, 5 in a row or something.
And they've played who? Like the Chiefs, the Bills.
They beat the Chiefs and the Bills.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they beat the Browns. Was it the Browns last week?
Yep, blew out the Browns.
Yeah, I mean,
they look good, man.
best defense in football.
And you're gonna give them plus 3.5. So, but yeah, let's
Yeah,
hop into this next one. We got Indianapolis at Tennessee. We got Tennessee plus 1.5. The over under of 42.5. I don't have a play on this one, but if I was to lean anywhere, definitely Tennessee. I think Will Levis is a guy. He's only had, I believe, this will be his third home game. He looks really good. It was like a good home quarterback. When he gets that crowd behind him, I think he was like that in college too. If I remember correctly, when he was at Kentucky, he was very good at home. So there's something about the home crowd where he plays good. He's at home this week against a god awful defense in the Colts. I mean, if I'm Tennessee here, I'm going to say, hey, Derrick Henry, I'm going to give you the ball 40 times this game because this rush defense is god-awful, and you're just going to gash them all game. So I would look for that. I would look for, honestly, the Titans to just gash this Colts defense. Honestly, this may be one of my plays come game day, a little game time play. You got anything on this one, Troy?
Yeah, no, I'm 100% taking the Titans plus 1.5 as one of my plays. One, you don't take Vrabel as an underdog at home is historically really, really good against the spread. That's one reason. Two, this Colts defense is really bad. They let PJ Walker put up 39 points to get him against them earlier in the year. Defense is bad. Like Christian noted, the run defense is bad. And I mean, Gardner Minshew's okay at best. I think Will Levis has a better upside. And like you said, he's played really good at home this year, especially as a rookie. That's kind of a trend that always happens. So, yeah, I like the Titans here plus 1.5. They'll win outright. Should be an easy one.
Absolutely, love it. All right, let's hop into this next one. We got a little divisional game, a little shit bowl. Carolina going to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay minus 5.5 with an over under 36.5. Man, this is this is a tough game, man. Two teams very bad. If this was like a 2.5, I would be all over the Bucks at home. But 5.5, God, I don't trust them to cover that. If I was leaning anyway, it'd be the Panthers. I think this is gonna be a field goal game, field goal or 4-point game. Lean the Panthers, but not gonna touch it because Bryce Young may throw 3 pick sixes. So no thanks. Never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
In this.
No, the Bucks shouldn't be favored by 5.5 against anybody. If this number was lower, then yeah, I'd be on the Bucks. I think they'll win the game. The Panthers team is really bad. Bryce Young has been not good.
Frank Wright did just get fired though.
And yeah, that's the other thing. The reason I'm staying away from it is head coach just got fired. You never know how a team will react to that, whether they'll get behind the interim like the Raiders did the first couple games, or if it's just still a shit show. So not touching this game.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Let's hop into this next one. We got Cleveland traveling to LA. LA minus 3.5. The over under 39.5. Man, this is a weird spot in my opinion. With this 3.5 hook. I wouldn't touch this 3.5 hook, but if it was maybe -3 or -2.5, I would definitely look towards the Rams. I think this is a huge game for Matt Stafford to kind of take control, show him that he's still an elite quarterback in the league. The only thing is he's gonna have Myles Garrett coming after him all day, and he's.
I don't know if he's playing.
Myles Garrett's out.
No, I didn't say he's out. I know he's up in the air to play.
Oh wow, that's huge though. Even like even if he's not 100%, that's huge because if you have 100% Myles Garrett coming at you, that's scary.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, honestly, with that news, if Myles Garrett's out, I would definitely hugely lean to the Rams. But I'm not going to touch it with that news still in the air. You got anything on this one, Troy?
Yeah, no, I'm taking the Rams minus 3.5 here. Quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson, he's in concussion protocol. If he does not play, Joe Flacco is starting this game. Let me say that again. Joe Flacco is starting this game if Dorian doesn't play. He's in concussion protocol, so very good chance he doesn't play. Myles Garrett might be out as well. He's questionable to play. Just a bunch of unknowns for the Browns. And even if Dorian Thompson does play, that offense is still not going to put up that many points. They looked awful last week, and the Rams have been clicking the last couple weeks. So Matthew Stafford's healthy. It looks like Cooper, Puka. I mean, I just like this Rams team a lot better than the Browns. And with the quarterback issue there, if Joe Flacco plays, I mean, he hadn't played in over a year. So,
right.
Yeah, give me the Rams minus 3.5.
Love it. Let's hop into this next one. I know we both love this next game here. We got San Francisco traveling to Philly. Philadelphia plus 2.5, over under 47.5. I'm all over this, man. Give me San Francisco minus 2.5, lock of the week. I think this is the easiest play by far out of this week's games, and it's against the Eagles, which is crazy. But I mean, I know it's a home game going to Philly, and you're telling me Philly still isn't favored. You got to read the numbers here. I mean, you're telling me these guys are going on the road and they're the favorites. There's a reason. Last time they played, Brock Purdy got hurt. There was all these injuries. They didn't have a quarterback. They literally ran out of quarterbacks.
No, they ran out. He was playing. He had to play, but hand the ball off every time.
Right, exactly. So it was just
the UCL
terrible.
tear.
Yeah, it was just terrible. It was an all around just terrible situation. San Francisco should have been in that game. They know it. They're coming back for vengeance in this game. Honestly, I could see San Francisco winning this thing huge. Jalen Hurts has been struggling with turnovers. He's been struggling with kind of getting pressure when he drops back. Offensive line is great on the run, not as good in the pass. He's been getting pressured a lot. Bosa and Young are going to be coming after him, and he's had a turnover problem. So look for that. Look for some fumbles, some interceptions. San Francisco minus 2.5. Honestly, this is going to sound crazy. Might take a little alternate spread here and take San Francisco all the way up to minus 6.5. Call me crazy. But you got anything on this one, Troy?
Yeah, I'm with you. Lock of the week, San Francisco minus 2.5.
Let's go.
Easiest bet of the week. This line started at San Francisco plus 2.5 on Sunday. It immediately, right when it opened, hours after, immediately went to San Francisco minus 1. Has now gotten up to 2.5. I think it's some books it's at 3 now. Yeah, all the pros are hammering this. Public's going to be all over the Eagles at home catching points. Why would you not be? But this San Francisco team is just a better football team, and the Eagles have gotten down early in games lately. And what does San Francisco not do that the other teams do? They don't give up leads. That's when they're at their best. They can run the football, get in play action with Purdy, then Debo and Ayuk over the middle. I mean, that's what they like to do. Give them a lead, they're not going to give it up. It's just not who they are. And that boy Nick Bosa is a badass, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, and also another thing on this one too is it's definitely like it's a situation spot too, because like that loss that they took in the playoffs last year to go to the Super Bowl, like that was the most just unfortunate, just bullshit, and everyone's gonna be remembering that game. They're just gonna have a bad taste in their mouth, man. And the way they're playing right now with a bad taste in their mouth, that's gonna be scary. So yeah, all over the 49ers. Give me that, and yeah, Nick Bosa is badass, man. Let's go to this next game. The next game we got is gonna be Kansas City traveling to Green Bay. Green Bay +6 with the over/under of 42.5. Honestly, I'm not gonna have a pick on this one. Big lean to Green Bay +6, like we always say on this show. Fucking Patrick Mahomes over a field goal, you take it. Under a field goal, you take Mahomes.
Except for last week.
Yeah, except for last week.
Well, they got down like 14-0 too, or
Yeah.
10-0 or something like that. 17-7. I don't remember.
Dude, honestly, I was thinking about that today. I think those games, the Raiders and the Chiefs, I'm always gonna bet Raiders first half, Chiefs second half. Because every single time they play each other, the Raiders go up.
Yeah.
They're up at halftime by like 17, 20 something points, and then the Chiefs come back and win every time. So Chiefs money line, Chiefs second half, and then just Raiders first half. I think that's a dub, easy. But yeah, this was a weird one too, because it's also you're going back to Lambeau, and we don't really know what Lambeau is right now, because we know what it was with Rodgers. We don't know what it is with Jordan Love. It's just a weird spot right now. You don't know if to whether appreciate Green Bay at home or fade them at home, because they've had some rough losses at home this year. So I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from this one. Still kind of feeling out Jordan Love as a quarterback, but big lean towards Green Bay +6. There's definitely there's a chance that Green Bay makes the playoffs if they can get done with this game. Their upcoming schedule looks pretty cake. They could really actually make the playoffs, which would be crazy. But you got anything on this one?
No, I mean, yeah, big lean towards the Packers here, and it was at 8.5, so we missed all the value. Definitely wouldn't take it, honestly. Now I just would lean that side. Just a lot of points, like we said, for Mahomes on the road. He's one of those guys who just wins games, kind of like Hurts. But like I said, we missed the value. So yeah, no, nothing here.
Absolutely. Let's hop into this next one. Last game of the week, Monday night game. We got Cincinnati at Jacksonville. Jacksonville -8.5 with the over/under 38.5. I'm not gonna touch this one. If I was, I would probably lean towards Cincinnati +8.5. Browning didn't look that bad.
He looked terrible.
He didn't look that bad. He didn't look. It was his first start. Give him a break. Like he had basically been the starting quarterback for a week. So for that being said, he didn't look awful. He's just got to be able to get the ball to Jamar Chase. I think the offense needs to scheme for him a little bit more. Hey, let's get this guy some bubble screens to Jamar Chase. Even if Jamar Chase has 8 catches and they're all bubble screens or jet sweeps or shuffle passes, just get the ball in his hands. Let him do his thing. So I would lean Cincinnati +8.5. Jacksonville hasn't looked that great, but we know what happens every time I fade Jacksonville. They cover. So I'm gonna stay away from this one. What you got on this one, Troy?
No, yeah, nothing official, but obviously we already did our picks. But I would have to lean Jacksonville. I think they kind of blow them out here. Browning looks pretty bad from last week. If it wasn't for Jamar Chase and those tip catches that he made, I don't think he throws for over like 100 yards. I think it was a bad performance. The offense couldn't move the ball. I just don't see how they're gonna like score with Jacksonville. I mean, the Bengals defense is okay, but they're not the best. So, yeah, no, nothing here, obviously. But I would lean the Jacksonville Jaguars way. But with that being said, that is the end of Week 13 for us. Christian, you want to kick us out here?
Nah, man. Not much to say. Just make sure you guys are following the Twitter, Instagram. All of our plays are going to be posted on the Twitter, all of our live plays, everything like that, updates, all a bunch of fun stuff. So follow that, stay active with us, and get the comment section going if you guys got plays of the week or just want to, tell us how ugly we are, whatever it is. Get the comment section blowing up. Let us know, whatever you got. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys next week.